Today, we will talk about how to build a seawall. Let's have a look at the details. Erosion poses a serious threat to any waterfront property owner. Although some waterfronts may come equipped with seawalls, responsibility for the maintenance, repair, and replacement of seawalls often falls on the property owner. Seawalls are often built from stone, concrete, plastic membranes, or other materials. For a do-it-yourself seawall, using wooden planks set by metal poles is your best choice. You'll begin by making a series of measurements and arrangements, move to set your poles, and finally, you will install your lumber and finish the job. Building a seawall is a big job, and it will require the use of some heavy machinery. The first step is making arrangements to build. Survey the area. Walk along the area where you intend to build your seawall, carrying a tape measure, notepad, and pen. Use the tape measure to track the length you need to achieve. Use the pad and pen to sketch a rough outline of your shore, taking special note of any changes in elevation or sharp curves. Finally, use spray paint to mark off 2.43 meters intervals where you will place your poles. Track the high water mark. Once you know the exact location of your seawall, you can use existing rocks, posts, or other landmarks to track the height of the water. You must measure the high water mark for at least 1 month during the highest height of the day. This data will determine how high your seawall needs to be. Research local regulations. Depending on the body of water you are building on, as well as the county, state, and/or country you find yourself in, there may be regulations governing what you can build. In some cases, you may need to obtain a permit or have the area inspected before you can begin. Contact your local town, city, or county offices to determine the rules for building a seawall in your area. If necessary, obtain the proper permits. Gather supplies. To build this seawall, you are going to need some supplies, as well as some heavy machinery. The exact amounts you need will vary depending on the length of your seawall. All supplies can be purchased at a home improvement store. The second step is setting your poles. Prepare metal pipes. To begin, you are going to need to weld 4 pieces of U-shaped rebar onto each of your metal pipes, with the pipe fitting into the U. You can weld these yourself, or take them to a shop. Dig holes. Digging the holes can be the most challenging part, depending on the material you will be digging into. Use a jackhammer to dig 1 hole for each metal post. Set poles. Position each of your poles into the holes that have been dug for them. Using a level, try to make sure that your posts are even and uniform with one another. Pour concrete. Once your poles are properly positioned, pour enough quick-drying cement to completely fill each hole. Allow 24 hours for the concrete to set. And the third step is installing lumber. Cutting your lumber. Now you will measure and cut your boards. Drill holes for rebar. Now you will line up each board with each set of poles, and mark the locations where you will drill holes for the rebar to pass through. Each board will have 2 holes drilled on either side. Once again, be sure to specifically measure each board to each piece of rebar before you drill. Install boards. Fill in the land side. Fill in the land side of your seawall with rocks and large gravel to allow for adequate drainage. Cover these rocks with sand, and finally finish with a layer of topsoil. Maintaining your seawall. It is an excellent idea to provide annual maintenance to your existing seawall. Look for broken, cracked, or rotten boards. Remove the nuts, remove the boards, and replace them with fresh wood. Your metal posts should remain intact for 5 or more years. If they become loose, they may need to be replaced as well. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like our videos.